Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Magic Mama. This is Joni, and I just wanted to give you a COVID update. So if you are new to my channel, I don't normally look like this, but you know what? And we'll have to see if I have the guts to post this video because I'm probably going to cough through it. And, yeah, I look pretty scary. I have another video that I just watched that I recorded in the middle of the night, the one night when I wasn't feeling well. And I wasn't going to post that, but you know what? You might actually see that. That one might actually already be up once you watch this, because I'm going to keep it real. Alright guys, so they talk about COVID is different for everyone, and that is so true. So, alright guys, sorry. Okay, so first of all, guys, I actually have a son who's about to be 19, and he'd gone with some friends before Thanksgiving, and they all got sick. And so, they were waiting on COVID testing and stuff, and so he didn't come with us for Thanksgiving, and I hadn't been around him for, for a few days or anything, so, for quite a few days. But anyways, I went to my daughter's in the town where she goes to college for Thanksgiving, and by Thanksgiving night, I just was like, it's like down in there, just like, it just felt like something was stuck in my throat. And I said something to her, to my daughter, and I was like, maybe I'm just being paranoid. I was like, but I just really feel like something's like stuck in my throat. And I was like, and I just kept like drinking and drinking and drinking, and just like felt like it just didn't go away. Like, and I was like, no, like something's wrong. And then by that night, sure enough, like I was freezing, my body was freezing, and I just thought, maybe it's like the difference, it's colder where she lives, and maybe it's just the difference in the house temperatures. But then I just like could not shake that. It just felt awful, and I still like really kind of wanted to go wake her up and like get some medicine, but I didn't want to bother. And then like I just was like noticed that I was like, my head was fevering, like, and my body was like freezing, but I just tried to rest. And the next day I was tired as heck, but I was like, oh, I'll be fine, because that's what moms do. We're gonna go cut down a tree, and like I have that video posted, and I was like, I really tried to be positive and upbeat and all that, and and all that, but I really inside was like, I'm not feeling well. And so I ended up like coming back, and we decorated our tree and stuff, but I was really struggling, and so I spent the night again, and then the next day I headed home. Well, before I left that day, my daughter wasn't feeling so good. And we thought that it was like that her not feeling good was related to something she ate, but she might not like that I'm sharing this, but she was running back and forth to the bathroom, and the next morning she's like, I'm still running back and forth to the bathroom. And I bring this up because like as I go through the timeline, I'll tell you why, but eventually this happened to me too. And so I do think this is one of the first signs that you want to watch for, okay? It's not just the throat or the fevers or the whatever. I'm thinking it's like kind of a sign. Sorry, I'm logging back into my calendar here. But anyways, and so I think that was one of her first symptoms, but I don't know that they say that that's one of the first symptoms, but anyhow. And then literally like, okay, so then let's see, so Thanksgiving was November 26th, and I wasn't feeling good. And then I stayed at her house, and I came back a couple days later, and then sure enough, she wasn't well. And like after I left her, let's see, I think I left like the 28th, 29th, and sure enough, by Monday the 30th, she went to the college and had rapid testing done, and within 15 minutes they were like, you have COVID. And so then the very next day, December 1st, my birthday, is when I went and I got my test done. And then we elected to have my daughter come home because she has roommates and we did not want to get them sick. Now, mind you, when I stayed at her place and I wasn't feeling well, her roommates were not home. They were out of town for the holidays. So my daughter, on December 1st, completely cleaned and sanitized, gloves, mask, totally tended to her place, like everything, so that her roommates would not get anything. And then she left, and then she came here on December 1st. So I had my test done that day. Excuse me, guys, sorry. I had my test done that day, and I posted that. And so you can click on that and watch that. And I did not get no glorified, like some people are just like given a swab and they just rotate 5 times, and some people spit in a cup. And no, I had the one where they put it up your nose and into your brain. Well, what most people are freaked out about with that is that they just see this thing and they're freaked out about how far up in it's going. Okay, guys, you don't even know. That's not even, like, I don't even notice that. Like, I've had this test done twice now. Once months ago, and then again now. You don't even notice that. Like, for me, I don't even notice that. Like, I'm not paying attention. You can't even pay attention to how far up that sucker is going, because it just, what they don't tell you is that there's chemicals on that swab and it burns. And so for me, and maybe it's because, so if you don't have like major symptoms, then maybe it doesn't burn. But if you've got like a throat infection in an ear or nose or anything like that, then for it burns. So anyways, and then one thing that they don't tell you is that, so it burns, and then it'll burn in your throat, and then you'll just kind of feel it going down, and then it just like burns in your stomach, and it just makes you sick. It just makes you sick to your stomach. And so, yeah, so there you go. So not to freak y'all out, but if you have to have done that, that's what you have done. So I think then that was December 1st. And by I think my daughter and I did her taste test on, I almost want to say like the 3rd or the 4th, and she had lost like her taste buds. Now, mind you guys, before that, there had been a couple days where my daughter was like here and she was like crying. Okay, she was like miserable. And then we did the taste test, and in that video you can see we're in pretty good spirits. But then sure enough, the day after the taste test, which I would have to look, but the taste test, let's see, just give me 1 second, guys. I think the taste test, I don't know, I can't get to it right this second. Oh, here, wait, maybe I can, hold on. Okay, so the taste test, guys, was on December 4th. Okay. Okay, so then sure enough, I think it was literally like that night, or like December 4th, the night of December 4th, my little one wasn't feeling good. Now, mind you, yes, we had been around we'd stayed on separate floors for the most part. And then there was the times that like when we were around my daughter, we stayed a certain distance apart. We had on our masks. We were washing our hands. You know, I mean, you got to figure we'd already been around her all of Thanksgiving. And I was like, I already got this. Well, by the night of December 4th, and I believe December 5th, and maybe December 6th, my little one came down with a fever. And so for like 3 nights in a row, I was awake around the clock, constantly taking her temperature, constantly monitoring her. And so the other video that will be posted before this kind of documents that. And so I think then it was around, let's see, probably like the 7th or the 8th, I noticed my neck getting stiff. And it was just getting stiffer and stiffer and stiffer. And I had a stiff neck for like 2 days. Okay, well, guys, this isn't like from lack of sleep or from sitting funny. This is like, you know, guys, pay attention, because when your neck gets stiff, it can be a sign of like major infection coming or something bad is about to happen. And so sure enough, let's see, I'm trying to remember, my daughter, she transitioned home, almost want to say, so today is technically Wednesday, December 16th. It is 3:46 a.m. in the morning. I went to bed at like 8 or 9 last night because I just felt so bad. And so, but my daughter transitioned home like last week around Thursday, Friday. Now, she was feeling better, but let me tell you, I had taken a turn for the worst. I was coughing, and I was literally laying on the floor in front of my little fireplace, and I was absolutely freezing inside my body, but burning up on my head. And so from then to now, that's been pretty much my life. I've been fevering, and let's see, not like just a couple nights ago, I literally was like writing, like I wrote people in the middle of the night. I didn't expect anybody to respond, but I was like, it's so bad. It's like, it's so bad. And I think I was going through more of, like, I'd already been dealing with the cold side of it, like the having a cold, but I think I was just more like dealing with the flu kind of side of like the side of it, like the achy, you know, like struggling. And so, but yeah, and then literally, guys, like I couldn't have done this without some of the help that I've had. I've literally had loved ones dropping off groceries at the door. So if you are like, I don't know how to help someone, like I've had, you know, like people are like, let me come over and take care of you. And I'm like, no, because I do not want to pass this back and forth and everything. And so, okay, so sorry, I'm all over the place, guys. So rewind. So after I got my little one better, then I got my daughter back home, and literally by Thursday, Friday of last week, I was like not well. And then ever since then, I've been struggling with a fever. I've been like 100, anywhere from 100 to about 103.4. And just burning up here. Now here's the other thing, guys. Sometimes I feel the same way. Like I'll be hot up here and ice cold. Like I almost feel hyperthermic inside my body. But the temperature doesn't show that like I have a fever or anything like that. It actually reads really, really low, almost like hypothermic. And so when they say a fever is an indication, it's not necessarily the only like indication of like infection. If it's extremely low, you might be hypothermic, guys. And so now also, I want you guys to keep in mind, I am a great mom. And if I, like this whole time I've been taking care of my little one and everything like that, and if I needed any help, believe me, I would get help. So, you know, my daughter stuck around a little longer to kind of help me out with her and everything. And then, you know, my little one's just been so great, you know. You know, even when you're sick, you know, I still get down on the floor and I still play blocks. And I still, today or yesterday morning, I got up and I made her pancakes. And, you know, life still has to go on. And so, but does it differ for everyone? Yes. Now, so the fever's been crazy the last couple days. And then what else? Oh, the headache. Oh my gosh, guys, the headache. So the reason I'm actually able to film this right now is because last night the headache was so bad, could not even think straight. It's like literally walking around with the heaviest head on earth, like somebody's vice gripping your neck, and you still have to function, and a fever, and a crazy cough. Like the cough, A couple days ago, the cough was so ridiculous, I could not quit coughing. And so I just put on my mask, and so that I would not cough on my little one. I have not been kissing on her. I mean, of course, I still hug on her and love her and stuff, but I'm just very careful. I literally am washing laundry and dishes around the clock, trying to get everything clean and sanitized. I even, in all this sickness, shampooed my carpet with my shampooer to try to get all the germs out of my room. Been trying to air out the house every day, open the windows. Okay, so one of the new symptoms, that I noticed last night or yesterday, I probably started noticing it more on the 14th. But I just thought, you know how when you're sick, like you just can't quite taste the same, like, and I thought, man, I just really, my throat being so bad, I just thought that it was that. And I can even say, even clear back last week when my daughter was here, I was just like, wow, I just really can't taste like there's just nothing had enough salt. And I just kept putting salt and salt and salt. And maybe that was a sign that I needed sodium or more magnesium or whatever in my body. But anyways, and then, probably about Monday, I was like, wow, like nothing really tastes right. And then sure enough, it didn't even dawn on me. But then, let's see. And then yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, sorry guys. Yesterday was Tuesday, and I made pancakes. I could not taste the pancakes. Now, I could taste the syrup, and let me tell you, like, my body's been so sensitive that just to like the other day, I was so ice cold that just to touch my skin, I was like flinching. But the syrup yesterday, it just hurt like my teeth. It just bothered me. So I couldn't taste the pancakes. Then the next thing, I had made the little one Jello, and I put pineapple in it. I could not taste the Jello. I could not taste the pineapple. And you guys know how sweet pineapple is. And it's normally sugar-free Jello, but this was not sugar-free. What I happened to have wasn't sugar-free, but I couldn't taste any of it. And she's over there like, nummy. So she could taste it, so that was good. But I thought, wow, is there something wrong with this Jello? And then I thought, it's just because I'm sick, or maybe it's the cough drops I've had with the immune ones with the elderberry or whatever. Maybe that's just throwing it off. And then all of a sudden, last night, I was like, I'd sprayed disinfectant spray. And my little one was like, and I'd done it away from her, but it's still, I think, she could smell it or whatever. And so she said something, and I'm really, really, really sensitive to disinfectant spray. Like I actually don't normally have it in my home. I'm allergic. It gives me like an instant headache. So I just realized I'm probably covering the microphone. And I've been really careful with spraying it because the last couple of days the cough's been so bad, and the fever and the headaches have been so bad. But I've been washing my bedding every single day, but then I've also been spraying my room. And I was like, wait a minute, I can't smell that. And then we had a loved one drop off stuff at the door, and they dropped off donuts. And I was like, I'm trying to eat healthy, but I was like, you know what? I'm hungry. Like, my stomach's sick, like, taking all these, like, I'm normally not a person that takes medicine either, but trying to take sinus things or flu things and Tylenol, ibuprofen, and we'll get back to that. Because I know they say, like, they told my daughter don't take ibuprofen and so on and so forth, but we'll get back to that. But anyhow, long story short, I couldn't taste the donuts. And I thought, okay, barbecue chips. Like, my little one loves Great Value barbecue chips. Open the bag, could not smell them. Couldn't smell them at all, guys. And so I was like, let's see if I can taste them. I could barely taste them. And you know how strong barbecue chips are. I could barely taste them. So then I had noticed I wash my hands, and I have this holiday soap that smells so good. Couldn't smell it. Somebody had gotten me this like body spray from Victoria's Secret for my birthday, and normally all that stuff like gives me a headache, but this one didn't give me a headache, and it smells really good. Well, I go to smell it, could not smell it. And so that is definitely a sign. Guys, that's one of the things to watch for. But I mean, I already knew. Like, I knew. And they had already said, sorry, I'm getting my calendar back up. They'd already said that just because my test came back negative didn't mean that I didn't have it, because you can get a negative test and still have it, is what they were saying, or you could test too soon. And so, you know what, maybe my immune system was just in the beginning of it, and it was just struggling, and maybe it wasn't enough for it to read. I don't know. But here's another thing, guys. If you guys all watched the taste test that my daughter and I did. Sorry, guys. Where we talk about what they told her and how it's a virus and how it won't respond to antibiotics, and antibiotics can actually, you know, make you worse or whatever. So on another note, guys, and they also told my daughter, don't take ibuprofen. I don't know what the reasoning was for that, but you know, stick with Tylenol because it's a fever reducer. Okay, so let me tell you something, guys. My throat has been so bad, and my ear had been so bad. And then I noticed that, like, it took a toll on my tonsils to the point that, like, you know, yeah, I just, you know, that didn't look right in there. And then my friend in Cali, my bestie, her parents both have this. And I hope that's okay to share, Kim. And when her dad went to the hospital finally after having this for weeks, the first thing they did was give him like 3 different antibiotics and give him ibuprofen. And so it just goes to show, guys, that, you know, and granted, they'll say, well, that wasn't for COVID or whatever, that was for whatever. So here's my thing. COVID can lead to other problems that will make you need antibiotics. And so as I said, the last few days have been really, really bad, probably since about the 11th to now. But the one thing that helped was over the past few days, I have finally had amoxicillin. So I took amoxicillin for a few days, and suddenly, like literally, like within an hour or two, I was like, that it can't be that fast. Like within an hour, could not be seriously seeing results. Within an hour, I swear, within an hour, and definitely within 2, I was like, wow, my throat felt a lot better. My ear felt a lot better. And even before the antibiotics, when my friend had told me about what they'd given her dad, I finally broke down and took ibuprofen. And wow, like normally, like I'm very careful with ibuprofen, but yeah, I saw a huge difference. I really think that when your lungs are struggling that bad and there's that much inflammation going on, it really helped. And so I'd already started kind of integrating that in here and there. And then, like I said, I took antibiotics for a few days, for X amount of days. And so I think that really helped with the infection in my throat and my ear and wherever else. But then, like, as it started to clear that up, then I had, like, the fevers real heavy, and then I kind of went back to Tylenol and everything. And then here we are now. I've lost my smell and my taste. And so here we are, Wednesday the 16th. But the reason I decided to do this video, and I'm sorry, guys, it's a really long video. It's 24 minutes long already. And I know I kind of ramble, but it's also probably because I'm getting tired now. But I literally could not lift my head last night, so I went to bed. Just went and crawled in bed, and I woke up and my head was still bad. So I went back to bed, and then I woke up and I was like, wow. And my neck felt like the fever had broke. I just felt like on the back of my neck, it just felt like I had this little bit of like a broken sweat, and my head felt like it lifted. And I was like, oh, maybe I'm finally getting better. And so, yes, I still have a cough, but I actually don't have a fever for the first time in days. And so there you go, guys. That's my update. Sorry it's so long, but I just really wanted to share this with you guys because it's not one size fits all. And I know now, like if I was to go today or have gone yesterday and had them shove that thing up my nose again, it would definitely say, oh yeah, you have COVID. But it was like, what's the sense of, like I don't live in like the main heart town where I would go do that. So it's like, I'm not gonna, be dumb enough this sick to get behind the wheel with the little one and go all the way to town for them to shove that back up my nose to tell me what I already know. So, but anyhow, guys, I'm just gonna spend the next couple days like trying to continue to get better. And so, but that's why I haven't had as many videos posted. Believe me, I have hauls from forever ago that I recorded, but I couldn't post them because I was waiting on my new phone. And then I got my new phone, and then all this craziness happened. And so, yeah, I'll get caught up eventually. But yeah, but I've got videos that I did, some air fry recipes. I've got, Dollar Tree hauls, Walmart hauls, but none of that's important right now, guys. Like my little one asked me, what do you want for Christmas? And I was like, I just want you. I just want you kids, and I just want to be better. And so, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. Also during this last little while, I don't know how many of you watched my previous videos, but on November 22nd, that marked the day that my mom died, 5 years ago. And then December 1st was my birthday, and December 4th was my mom's. And I bring up my mom at this time, you guys, to say that, like, life is precious. And so 5 years ago, my mom got really, really sick with double pneumonia. And she was basically dead on arrival. And they brought her back to life. And that began like a really long journey. And I took care of her, and I got her all better. I was in the hospital with her first. And then I took care of her for quite a few months, and then she transitioned home. And then on November 22nd, she was supposed to come to my house to see me. And she was going to spend Thanksgiving with me and Christmas and the kids, me and the kids. And they found her dead that morning, you guys. And so, and maybe one day I'll share, well, I'll share now. It's not clear whether God took her or she chose to go. And so, guys, it's really not about the gifts under the tree. It's really not. It really is who is with you under that tree, or whether you have a tree or you don't. Doesn't even matter if you have a tree or you don't. Just go hug and love on your loved ones, guys. You got it? Because you never know when it's your last day with them. Okay? All right, guys. So, I'll keep you guys posted. I know I think I'm at the tail end of this. I'm having faith. I just said to my friend Kim the other day, I was like, I need this I need this to end. Because I was sick last year on Christmas. That was the first Christmas ever that I had the flu on Christmas. Like, I started out Christmas morning sending my kids to get medicine for me. And so I just want to be better this year. Okay, I think that was everything. I'm probably going to end this video and go, oh, I forgot this, or oh, I forgot that. But I think that about covers it, guys. So if you have COVID, and you're not getting better, be careful. It can turn to pneumonia, or it can cause other things that you might need, antibiotics or whatever. So, I know out here right now, it's really hard to even get in to see a doctor if you don't have insurance. And so that's me. And so, but you guys, if you need help, go get help. Okay. Don't wait. Okay. Because your loved ones need you. And no matter where you are at this point in your life, always know that you are loved and more people love you than you know. And your life is worth fighting for. And so I'm going to go drink my immune booster tea. I'm going to go take my vitamins. And I'm going to keep chugging along. And I'm going to play blocks with my little one when she gets up. And yeah, just hug and love on your little ones, guys. Or all of your loved ones. Okay? All right, guys. Have a good one. I'm going to go to bed now. Bye.